Debbie, the one that left the cupcakes. She's my coworker at The Voice. The music magazine? Yes. So I'm a journalist. She said it. She was honest. Well, her journalist identity was exposed. I am so proud of Miss Annie/Angie. She finally told the truth. She's been letting it all spill recently. I know Lennox is gagged right now, though. So we're gonna see his reaction and how much more truth Annie decides to tell him. Is she gonna say the truth that she originally got into the band to get a scoop on them? Or is she gonna conveniently leave that little piece out? But let's see what happens in this mess. Please go follow the amazing author Alusza. Subscribe if you have not already. Without further ado, let's start the drama. I'm a journalist. This is where we left off. I mean, I was a journalist. I'm not anymore. You were fired. Debbie and I used to work together. Used to. Lennox would never forgive me snooping around. I know I wouldn't forgive myself either. So are we gonna lie? I cared about him so much that I had to tell him a half-truth. My intentions right in that moment were pure. I didn't want any more harm to come to anyone in the band. I have a feeling this is gonna come back and get you. This is your time to let everything out. Please grasp it. That's all that should matter, right? My past is just in the past. That's what they all say. I left that job some time ago. I don't work there anymore. But I'm still close with Debbie. That's why I didn't want you to know my real surname, because I was afraid that I might find out about it, that you've been lying about your entire life. When you put it like that, it's right. Yeah. Not my entire life. I swear it wasn't like that. You know more about me than you realize. No, I don't. Everything I know I find out by accident. Yeah. You've been lying to me this whole time. I didn't tell you my real name because then you know I'm a journalist, but that's all it was. I was terrified. That's all it was. Annie. That is not all it was. You were trying to get a scoop and you know it. She didn't end up doing that. She really did fall in love with him and she did become friends with the band and she did have good intentions in the long run. But let's not pretend how this started. We know exactly how it started, Miss Annie. I see you. We all see you. We saw you. I was terrified of how you'd react, what you think of me, but my feelings. Now see, how is he gonna believe this in the future if he finds out you were doing other things? I need some space. I can't right now. This is why she should have come fully out. He's already upset, Lennox. You might as well just have told him everything and he's gone. You needed to tell him the truth. You had to tell him. You cannot lie to this poor boy any longer. Oh, you got your phone. Look at Miss Thing. How are you feeling, dear? Like, shit, I'm good. I'll be released tomorrow morning. Great, we can catch up when I visit you. Sure. What's wrong with your voice? Were you crying? I told him. You what? I told Lennox that I'm a journalist. Oh, damn. So he visited. Yeah. He was so caring. But I think I messed it up. No, you told him a half-truth. You were somewhat honest. I'm proud of her for that. I am. What do you mean? I told him that journalism was my previous job, that I dropped it a few months ago. Are you serious? What if they look up your recent articles and realize you've been working there recently? The Voice would be in trouble. When was your last article released? Don't forget, I didn't publish anything when I was undercover. And before that, I was working on a fascinating behind-the-scenes look at classical music with classical music artists. It took me a few weeks and it never got published either. I checked The Voice's website. You published The Secrets of Cello 3 months ago. It would fit your version of events. I don't think it matters anyway. Lennox just left. Hey, don't cry. I don't know what to do. I really wanted this to work out. I care about him so much, Debbie. Even though at the hospital, seeing him at the hospital put me at ease. I can't imagine losing that. Well, you did. So I don't want any more secrets between us. Oh, I don't want this either. Oh, he's back. He was standing right there. Did he hear anything else? It's fine. It's fine. Lennox! Oh, he's back. Call me later. Girl, you should have stayed on the line. You shouldn't run like that. What did you hear? That you care, do you? I do. I thought you were gone. I had to think. That was a real quick think. And what's the results of your thinking? I could just walk out of this hospital. You could, and I might never see you again. Yes. That's all true things. And somehow it felt unbearable. Oh, there'd be too many unanswered questions. I should at least hear you out. You did try to tell me the truth. You were honest about being a journalist after all. You could have hidden it again or made me leave, but you let me stay with you, let me take care of you. And you told me your true name when I asked. Oh, Lennox, remember, thank goodness you picked that option. I want to hear your side of a story. There's a lot to tell. We should be completely honest. All that thinking has made me hungry. Me too, Lennox. Let's grab something to eat. You've barely eaten today. So, hospital cafeteria. I'll go for a wheelchair. Okay, let's go eat some food. We are starving. The menus on the wall I'll order. Have you seen these names? Band-Aid rolls, ER meatballs. Someone was trying to be funny. I don't know why. Post. I don't know why that one's getting me. Post pasta, Band-Aid rolls, or cold food. Okay, I need to bring it back. Let's go for some post pasta. I'm intrigued. I'll try blood donut ribs and cranberry sauce. Honestly, this cafeteria at this hospital seems kind of lit, so this is almost edible. The sugar-free muffins are better, huh? I didn't even get to try them after you left. Oh, is the food not good or is it good? You've got a lot of explaining to do, Annie. I don't even know where to start. Well, if we're gonna make this work, I need to know everything about you. I can finally tell him the truth. Just leave out the small details about writing an article. No, don't leave out the details. You said this is your chance to really open up, tell him everything. I wasn't happy at the voice, it was all gossip. All I wanted was to write about classical music, that's why I left. How long ago did you quit? I should match the date of my last article. It was 3 months ago. I see. And how did you end up at our concert? After I quit the job, I felt a bit lost and just wanted to unwind. At first, it was for fun, but when Blade offered me a spot, I joined the band to clear my head. And I ended up once again, we're lying. You told me that you're a singer, right? See, she's getting caught up in this web of lies. Just be honest. Okay, we already did this. I'm just a singer myself. I was still my bullshit mission. Remember when I was rambling with the cello while we were listening to Jeremy Corbell? Sometimes just go off like that. I used all this fancy language around him and felt ridiculous, so I said I was a singer. But why? I didn't want to admit I was a journalist. It was the first thing that came up. But singing isn't my real music. I read that too fast. But singing isn't my real passion. Music is. That's why we click so well. Everything we talked about was genuine. You've seen the real me. I loved helping you with your songs, and you inspire me a lot too. I never wanted to break your trust. Right. The voice is in the past, though. When I'm ready, I'll start fresh somewhere else. I'm never going back to that place. It was just a rough patch in my life that I want to forget. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner, but I was scared of what you might think. I wish you had, but I get why you didn't. I haven't exactly been kind when talking about journalists, have I? No, you haven't. He's made his stance known. But I trust you're not like those vultures. I'm not. I just want to focus on music, not gossip. That's true, though. She is. She doesn't want to be a gossip queen. She wants to do her classical music. She wants to enjoy all that stuff. I still think she should have been completely honest because he was upset anyway. If it comes out later that he found out she was still lying, how is he going to ever truly believe her? That's multiple times now. The trust would have been broken. Even I would have been like, okay, so you lied about this. You said you were truthful about this. Now you lied about that truth. So what's the truth? I'm supposed to believe it after 3 times? No, 3 strikes, you're out, baby. I mean, you're okay with being a writer. My regular job is mostly sitting in my sweats in front of a computer. It's a bit different from what you're used to. Knowing a smart, well-spoken girl with broad perspectives and a love for music sounds like a nightmare. When you put it that way, it's not like my life is a dream to live and we all have our struggles, and I just want you to be a part of it. Aww, just promise me no more secrets between us. Oh, there's no more secrets, even though you promise. I promise. Where are you going? Hop on the wheelchair. We're going somewhere less smelly. Actually, I feel better. I don't need a wheelchair anymore. After we had our post pasta, let's go for a walk. Let's go see the courtyard. Are you sure you can be here so long? They must be. Don't worry about it. It's just the first time we've had this much time alone. You and me, it was all so hectic lately, especially with Blade on your back. Oh, the Blade arc. That was something. We didn't even have a chance to even know each other, and I want to change it. You're still a little fatigued. Let's sit down. She's like, my back hurts. Where did the blanket come from? So what would you like to know? Okay, well, let's open about the past. I went to elementary music school. I played a bit of the piano and flute. Later, there was a high school with a music profile, and I studied journalism at college. I finished a year ago and started to work just after. It felt like a dream. Why writing? Why not playing? As I played, I began exploring more and more artists. My father had a ton of music magazines, too. I used to dive into those magazines a lot since my parents were usually working. That's how I discovered many artists, and I wanted to help others experience what I experienced. That's a great reason. That really is. I like that. Until it went into chasing the reason popularity. What did I do wrong? Do you have your favorite instrument? Let's be real, it's the cello. She was all about that stuff. I love the smooth sound of it. Even solo makes me feel all kind of emotions. No guitar, too bad. I like how you play it. The new album samples were amazing. Now my turn. Okay, 2 questions. Let's do your hobbies besides music. Have a guess. Crocheting with Percy? Close. I like, calisthenics. It allows me to stay in shape. Oh, so you're working out in your free time. I just can't imagine the end of the day without a good series of push-ups and pull-ups. Good for you, sweetie. Good for you. We'll watch. We'll watch from afar. Shallow, much you probably expected fencing or stuff like that. Okay. Calisthenics sounds great. Your body will thank you. My brain, too, it's a good way to zen out for me. That is amazing for you. The rest is connected with music. It was my biggest hobby before it became my job. I love writing lyrics and poems, too. I write a lot now. I don't have that much time anymore, but sometimes I'll still grab a book when we're on the road. What about you? I'm such a workaholic that it's hard to find something that I do in my free time. I like going to concerts, but is that really a hobby? Would you do it even if you stopped working as a journalist? Definitely. I love them. Then there you go. And yes, I remember how wild you were at the concerts. And then let's do the best adventure of your life. Meeting you. Oh, very funny, but give us something else. Definitely Tokyo. Oh, that'd be so fun on our first tour. I'm jealous. It was wild. What happened? So we were going by a regular plane because we weren't very known back then. Serial was freaking out on the plane, so we had to take care of him after landing. In the meantime, someone stole our luggage. I'd be mad, including my guitar. Oh, crap. So we had the very stupid idea to do our own investigation. Thanks to the security cameras, they found the culprit, the Japanese mafia, the Yakuza. We followed them. What? Did they catch you? Sort of. The daughter of the boss was a fan and wanted to have our guitar. We had to play her a little concert to get out alive. That, very interesting. That, compared to this crashing the bus in the forest, sounds like nothing. You could say that. It was insightful. Here you are. You can't just leave your room for hours, miss. I have to check your wound. Let's go. Oh, sorry. Okay, an hour later. I'm glad we got to know him. I'm still a little concerned that we didn't tell him the full truth, but we're gonna move past that. The doctor was pissed. It's in the past now. Let's forget about that. I don't care. I still had a great time with you. And we learned a lot about Lennox. And we learned more about Annie's past too. How did the examination go? Everything's fine, but I'm a bit tired. And you probably want to go back to the guys. I switched off my phone hours ago. I'd rather stay until you're checked out. Oh, what? Our hotel is far from here. I can wait in the corridor and check on you in the morning. Oh, there's a spot right next to us. You can stay, but on one condition. What's that? Did you sleep next to me? Oh, she's being forward. What? Right here. Come here. The chairs in the corridor are uncomfortable. Sleep next to me. Are we even allowed to sleep in one bed? Get in the bed, sir. We just told you. Being discharged tomorrow doesn't hurt that much anymore. Yeah, get in the bed. Come here. Yeah. Gonna have a little moment. We get a little art scene. I snuggled into Lennox's hoodie that smelled like a mix of cologne with its own familiar scent. His hard, warm chest was moving up and down. Okay. And I was about to pass out just by hearing his heartbeat. This art scene is beautiful, though. You could sing something from your new album. Pretty sad collection. I don't really have a happy song in there. Why? Is that how you feel happy? With you, yes, I am happy. He kissed my forehead and pressed me closer to his chest. I'm happy that you're okay, and I'm happy that you gave me a chance. I wouldn't have forgiven myself if I hadn't. Okay, next morning, after that little night, how cute, we snuggled, we cuddled, wake up. Annie, what's going on in here? Hello, what are you doing with my daughter? Surprise, Dad.